Welcome back to NC State Dendrology. I'm in Wake County, North Carolina at Swift Creek Bluffs, which is a Triangle Land Conservancy property. And this little creek here is Swift Creek. You can see it's not flowing very swiftly today, but it can after a good rainfall. It's been pretty dry lately. So I wanted to show you a tree that grows in right along these creek sides. It's not very common, but it is something that you can see if you keep your eye out for it. This is bladdernut, which is Staphylea trifolia. And the first thing I want to show is this bark, which is fairly smooth, but it has these kind of striations on it, some vertical striations. So that's a good way to know it. And this is a small tree. It doesn't get very tall, probably not more than 20 or 30 feet. And then moving on to looking at the leaves. So first let's look at the leaf arrangement. So this is opposite. And in fact, it's decussate, right? So it's got two leaves opposite here. And then at a 90-degree angle below, we've got two leaves opposite there, right? So two leaves per node, so an opposite leaf arrangement. And trifolia might hint at the fact that these are trifoliate leaves. So this is a really nice example of a leaf. I have seen them in fives, but for the most part, they aren't in threes. And so they have these delicate leaves on long petioles. Okay, so my entire hand is showing the length of that petiole. And then you've got three leaflets here. If you look carefully, you'll see this is a really good definition of the word cerulate. So you can see that there are very tiny, even teeth along the margin. And the leaflets are, as I said, in threes. And I would say an elliptical leaf shape with an acuminate tip. So where the tip sharply tapers to a point. Bladdernut has really cool, unusual fruits. These are capsule fruits, and these are the green ones, but there's actually some black ones still hanging on the tree from last year. Let me get this in a better light. And so these are hollow capsules, and if you might imagine a dispersal route for them, right? So they have seeds inside. These have already opened and released their seeds. Either that or the seeds are not quite developed yet. But they do rattle around, and there's a story that these were used for baby rattles back in the day. But these fruits are perfectly adapted to disperse by water. So this is a tree that's very commonly found along rivers and streams, and the seeds tend to drop into the water in these hollow capsules and then float away. So really cool dispersal mechanism there for a tree that is most at home besides small creeks and streams. So that's Staphylea trifolia, bladdernut, right? Talking about these little bladders that the seeds and fruits come in. And this is NC State Dendrology.